Today is officially the happiest day of my life. Today is the day I make history. I, Bonnie Treaton, am renting a luxury submarine for the day at the ripe young age of 18. With Papa Treaton's sweet allowance money, I will be visiting a place no man has ever ventured. The Yawning Trench. It's supposedly a place that is deeper than the Mariana Trench. It's impossible to say, since many that go never find the fabled void, while many more don't return at all. I've always wanted to be known as an explorer of the unknown, a marker in the dark. I've taken a few classes, even though I have bribed my way through a lot of the Q&A chit-chat. A true explorer wastes no time on meaningless banter when in search of the uncanny. Besides, I'll have a pilot to handle all the pretty buttons and switches while I take notes and record this unmarked discovery waiting to be found. It's time to board the Trident. The Trident, the luxury sub that boasts that it can travel 14,000 meters down in the set location in the Pacific Ocean. It's set with 3 days of oxygen and an additional tank to cover us a few more days if we have an emergency. If everything goes to plan, we will be in the Yawning Trench for 5 hours approximately. Entering the vessel, it really smacked me in the face that I was going on an odyssey. The pilot who introduced himself as Mr. Stent was reserved but friendly. Even though he seemed nice enough, I just couldn't help but notice a bit of reluctance as he primed the Trident for descent.
Could you stop eyeballing me like that, boss? Save the analysis for the descent.
I dropped my head into my journal in a hasty effort to shift my eyes away. I don't know what it is. It could just be pre-voyage jitters, and I get that. I mean, we're on to something big. I'm sure he will chip her up, after gaining his newly acquired bragging rights as the world's deepest submarine diver. If we beat 10,911 meters, we beat everyone.
Why are you doing this?
Sorry, I'm almost always jotting notes in my...
Not the damn journal. Why are you here? Why are you putting down so much money to descend into such a dangerous and unexplored place? Most guys with your kind of a wallet tend to prefer sucking down strawberry daiquiris while cruising above the water, soaking up the sun while stuffing your face.
What the hell is your problem? I'll let you in on something. The Yawning Trench has been on my list for too long to let anyone stop me now. I want to go there, and I was told you were the guy. So, are you the fucking guy?
Okay. I had to make sure you were serious. You see, most clients that are coming to me only want to go deep enough to see a few glowing fish, take some selfies, and about after 30 minutes, they're over it.
Well, I'm serious, Mr. Stent. So with that said, when are we dropping this sub for 2?
Yeah, just give me a minute to finish priming her. She's about ready now.
In only minutes, we were going down and traveling in the direction of what we think may be the infamous Yawning Trench. I've traveled to many places in my life, but nothing on this planet quite captures the otherworldly essence of the ocean. The sun is fleeting fast as we get deeper into the twilight. 200 meters down, what I could see from curious schools of fish and sea turtles transitioned into beaming anglerfish, dragonfish, and fangtooth. Mr. Stent seemed calm, which pepped me back up for hours of exploration. Even at this point, we had a chance of finding something new, even if it wasn't the Yawning Trench. parched. I crack open one of the many champagne bottles included with the voyage. I offer one to Mr. Stent, but he politely declines, tapping his metal water thermos. Good man. He's probably saving my life with that move. Cheers, friend.
Hey. You're gonna want to see this.
Mr. Stent alerts me to check the cam. I'm speechless at what I see. I feel both excitement and disbelief. The Yawning Trench opens its jaws to us as a large mountainous formation made of sharp stone and jagged coral. It was almost as if it dared us to enter, for as soon as we passed its crooked teeth, we would face certain doom. I laughed a little to myself at how much this reminded me of old adventure tales that I would read as a child. Is this where my excited young mind has led me?
Bonnie, please don't start going Looney Tunes on me. Are you sure you don't want to spend the rest of your voyage doing something maybe a pinch more safer? I've done a lot of shit in my life, but this, I got a bad feeling.
The Yawning Trench awaits, Mr. Stent. As we passed the ominous opening, I couldn't help but feel this trepidation. It was as if we were giving ourselves to the darkness, tossing ourselves to unseen wolves. It wasn't long before it was apparent. We were in the atrophic zone. At this point, no sun can reach this part of the ocean. All that we may find here lived a life completely bathed in black. The fish at this point were more like large, pale tadpoles rather than actual fish. The way everything is tunneling in so close to our submarine is a claustrophobic nightmare.
Hold on. I think I got something.
Mr. Stent stops to collect video and audio footage. Something has caught his attention, and I think it has everything to do with that ping that just hit the sonar.
Here, you're gonna want to put this in your handy-dandy diary, for sure.
He hands me a headset to hear what he picks up on the hydrophone. What a hideous and otherworldly sound. What the hell is that?
Sounds like a problem. We should start heading up.
We just got past the opening. I can't leave empty-handed.
Oh, don't worry. If we don't leave, I'm sure we'll get a handful.
As we go deeper into the abyss of the trench, all life seems to leave. Nothing but endless darkness, accompanied by the demented howling that keeps getting louder. Could you turn the audio down a pinch? It's starting to rattle my eardrums.
The audio?
Please, I can't even focus with that droning howl.
Bonnie, the hydrophone is off.
What are you talking? What the hell is that?
Fuck, the thruster's malfunctioning!
Mr. Stent starts frantically flipping switches and turning knobs, all the while alarms are strobing and beeping. He takes a look through the glass into the direction of the void and goes silent. Mr. Stent?
Can you see it? Past the light of the subs. When the light stops, it begins. Can you see it? I think.
Mr. Stent, I don't see anything. A screeching howl sounds off to deafening levels. The light goes out and a dim light takes its place. Most likely some kind of emergency power source. Hey man, can you hear me? He just stands there. Mr. Stent seems catatonic. Eyes glazed and emotionless. He looks like he just instantly checked out. I don't know what made him lose his shit, but I can't leave this damn pit without him steering this sub. My mouth goes dry and my heart goes into my stomach as I hear a sound. Not like the howling at all, but squeaking. It was the viewing glass. Something was pressing against it, but I could barely make it out. I grab a flashlight from the utility bin. I hit the button and aim the beam at the glass. And I'm paralyzed by what I'm seeing. A horrific mass of flesh revealed several long, snake-like tongues, desperately licking at the glass. Probably trying to understand what it's dealing with. Most life loses the use for seeing in such dark conditions, and this monster seems to have a thing for tasting. Mr. Stent breaks out of his trance just to grab me by the back of my neck with incredible force, slamming my face against the viewing glass. I beg for him to stop, but he just presses harder without any words spoken. I can feel an overwhelming rage coursing through me, a deep hatred that is overpowering the pain of the pressure of my skull and jaw slowly cracking against the thick glass. It wants me to know I disturbed it. It wants me to know this voyage was all for nothing. It wants me to know I'm alone in this coffin. The pressure becomes unrelenting as I feel my skull cave, and everything goes black.